Jeannie Delgado alleges that she was raped by Calloway after attending a party at his house in New Jersey in February 2009. Delgado said Calloway offered her a guest bedroom to stay in as she was worried about driving home on the icy roads. However, Delgado says that instead she was taken to Calloway's own bedroom where she alleges that he locked the door and tried to kiss her despite her protests. She claims he then proceeded to rape her and did so again once the sun came up. Through his attorney, Calloway has denied all allegations of misconduct. The next day, Delgado says she drove herself home and told the man she was dating what happened, but says she felt he blamed her for the encounter, so she didn't tell anyone else for years. THR has reviewed recent texts from the former boyfriend acknowledging that he was told about the incident when it occurred. Delgado was prompted to go to the police about the incident on December 24th upon learning of Calloway's January 2007 arrest in connection with the sexual assault of author and activist Silnai Abrams. The case had been dismissed on a procedural ground, and again, Calloway had denied any misconduct. In response to the queries about Calloway's conduct, Warner Brothers Television, which produces Extra, on which Calloway has worked for 14 years, said on February 9th that the host had been suspended. The studio said that upon becoming aware of allegations against Calloway, it had begun an internal review that found nothing to suggest that Mr. Calloway has ever engaged in workplace misconduct. But Warner's added, in light of additional allegations brought to our attention, we are expanding our ongoing inquiries. Meanwhile, Calloway's attorney, Lisa E. Davis, has released a statement saying, in part, "These allegations are completely false. Mr. Calloway has never sexually assaulted anyone and is devastated that he is being falsely accused of such terrible conduct. Throughout his career, Mr. Calloway has been a tireless advocate for community empowerment and equality and justice for all people regardless of gender, race, sexual orientation, or gender expression." It remains unclear when Warner's initiated review of Calloway. In the months following a June 2018 THR article detailing Abrams' 2006 allegation against Calloway, 5 more women, including Delgado, have alleged that they too were sexually assaulted by the host. The earliest account dates to 2003, the most recent was in 2013. 2 of the women, Abrams and Delgado, have reported Calloway to the police in New York and New Jersey respectively. A third, who wishes to remain anonymous, made a claim in California, and THR has confirmed that the case is open and active. In an additional statement to THR, Calloway's attorney says, "The Hollywood Reporter's decision to publicize these vague, unsubstantiated, and mostly anonymous allegations without providing Mr. Calloway with the details and information necessary to meaningfully respond to them is thoughtless and rash. However, even with the limited information the Hollywood Reporter did provide to us about these allegations, Mr. Calloway can state unequivocally that these allegations are implausible and did not happen. Mr. Calloway will not sit idly by as these false and baseless allegations cause further harm to his family, career, and reputation, and looks forward to clearing his name." To read much more on this ongoing story, including detailed allegations from other accusers, head to thr.com to read Kim Masters' full article. For the Hollywood Reporter News, I'm Lindsay Rodriguez.
As I did a little research on J.Calloway, everyone knows who he is. But nonetheless, because he's been on Extra for, like they said, 14 years. But nonetheless, back in 2013, J.Calloway and his lovely wife had their baby girl. They welcomed a baby girl. This is in 2013, as a matter of fact, during one of the so-called allegations of these rapes. One thing I've learned about racist America: once one woman claims that she's been raped against a black, well-known, high publicized black male, they always come in droves. Meaning, all of a sudden you'll get these other women come out of the woodworks claiming that they too have been raped. And again, this diminishes all the true, real rapes that actually happen out there. I've noticed that every time we get these against black men, yes, they lose their fortune and their jobs and whatnot, while white men like, well, Ben Affleck, and there's been others, plenty of others. And how do I know? Well, because I tweet them all the time. So I know this is a fact where so many other white males get away with keeping their jobs. They don't lose their jobs, and they continue working, especially if it's in film and television. Never mind the well-known ones like the Epsteins and the Weinsteins and all the other Steins. But every time it's a black man, even with the allegations, and You know, what's interesting about this A.J. Calloway, if you do a search on this guy and you go through, you look at all his pictures, you see a family man, you see um, a well-established black man who is not about a whole lot of riffraff or a negativity at all, for that matter. And so, number one, I don't believe not one of the women. I don't. I think these women are very opportunistic, and the fact that he's lost again his show rather on Extra after working for the network for 14 years, yeah, I'd say that black men have no rights in this racist country that in fact is our country that we built. That's what's a shame. We're gonna get more into that another time, but nonetheless, now they got A.J. Calloway 2. That's right, A.J. from 106 in Park, A.J. from the Extra as the host, A.J. who we've grown up to know. And again, if you go through his social media, just do a search on his name, you don't find him with no Beckys and hanging out and doing all kinds of rash, crazy stuff. And so, like his attorney said, for these people to be anonymous and make these vague allegations and to cause a major network to fire you, to get rid of you or suspend you even, it doesn't even matter. Just all of that just goes to show that a person can say anything negative against a black man and they'll believe it in a heartbeat. One thing they don't want to believe is how we built this country, though, do they? They want to believe everything else, but they don't want to believe that it was because of the black race why their asses get to drive around in their fancy cars and live in their fancy homes. It's because of us. Anyways, I'm out. Peace.